All right, so that was HSN Today. This is At Home, and today on At Home, we are getting your patio all ready for outdoor season. The sun is about to shine, the birds are going to sing, and your patio is going to look incredible with everything we've got for At Home. We have a little sneak peek for you of everything coming up. Now you can choose to light up any outdoor area. We've got the Fieldsmith 8-pack pathway lights. It actually comes with 2 spotlights as well. For the first time, choosing your color, that's really gonna be the hardest decision. And for the entire month of May, we are celebrating Habitat for Humanity. So for every item sold during At Home in the month of May, including today, HSN Cares will donate $1 to Habitat for Humanity. More details on that coming up. I love that, so appropriate. Get your home ready for spring and summer and build a home. All right, we'll be right up. With Pete Kilcullen and
hello.
Spring showers, right? Maybe
yes.
Spring showers, not inside your home. They're nice outside because they water the flowers. We don't want the water inside. And so we've got the great Fieldsmith indoor doormats. This is a 2-pack of the sort of smaller size.
Yes.
And then the one jumbo.
Exactly. And these are so cool, our thirsty mats. What you're gonna notice about these, and I'd like to show that right away, is that they have these fibers, these absorbing, water absorbing and dirt trapping fibers on there. So if you look at that, and there you can see it as a front door mat, it's perfect. We talked about this as a bath mat or a mat outside your shower. But what we're doing is grabbing all that dirt and muck, and you know what the best part about it is? None of that dirt and water or rain or, like you said, the spring showers is gonna leak through onto your hardwood floors or any other floors because of the rubber back on this. And the reason I was showing you those fibers, because it's like a carpet. But here's the best part. You know when you have carpet inside the door and if that gets stained, guess what happens? You can't do much.
No, that's it.
This one, you throw it in the washing machine. There it is. Look at that, right on cue.
You can't really do that.
You can throw it in the washing machine, so that's what's so cool about it.
Yeah, you can't do that with any other floor mat. We have 3 colors for you. We've got gray, brown. So here's the brown. They all have different textures, different colors sort of worked in there. It's like brown and caramel, a little bit of taupe. Actually, this is a great way to show all of them. So this is the brown, and then, am I allowed to walk on these? Are these loaded with anything?
No,
this is the gray.
They're ready to clean your feet.
That's right, and then this is the beige. You'll get 2 of this size, which is 26 by 18 1/8 for only $29.95. Look at that. Look how soft. You can see how soft it is. Amazingly soft and thirsty. And then $34.95 for the big one. The big one, I think, is the one you're going to put inside your front door.
So basically, I'm going to just put my foot in that muck and dirt and everything else that you get. So you've got that all dripping off there. So when you go on the mat, so even just standing on the mat right now, you're going to see that it grabs most of that dirt and everything off my feet.
It's almost like it pulled it right off.
Right. So when you're walking on the mat, so now you can wipe your feet, you can get yourself clean, and then I want to see, I'll just put my foot on there, and you can see the difference. You know what's on there? Just there's fuzz on there, but it's not transferring all that dirt. Because what you do with the mats is when you get these home, you're gonna wash them. Wash them when you get them. Okay. So now you're gonna activate those water absorbing fibers, and then as they get dirty again and again, you're gonna continue to wash them, because as I mentioned, it has that back on there, so that's going to be important. So there you can see the thickness of all those fibers to absorb the water, the mud, the grit, the sand. Because I want to show you, you know, as an example, over here, I think we have a regular, what looks to be a nice looking mat.
Yeah, those ones seem to be
right. So you use those and you pour the right. So you pour the water on them, and maybe we're just getting it because it looks nice. But if it doesn't perform well, and I just leave that for a couple of seconds, and you can see the water is already, can we see that, has started to go through just in seconds. And here, the great thing about it is, as I pour the water on there, the water is all. Let's keep going. I mean, obviously, none of this water is going to go through. That water is going to go down into this mat, and it's not going to go through because we have that rubber bag. That's from where I was stepping into it. It did not go through. Exactly. So that is the difference with these mats. So we talked about those smaller ones are the perfect size. Because, you know, remember the last time you got out of the shower? If you do like what, you know, I used to do was just put that towel down. And you walk out of the shower, and then immediately that towel is completely dry. You remember that. You walk out of that shower, and you're thinking, what just happened? And then the next person takes a shower, and it's a mess. And you're picking it up every day. This is going to absorb that water. It's going to be able to keep the floors dry, but it's gonna be able to be something that you can then use and not have to wash every single day or put a new one out there every single day.
But you can wash it. So here are your options. You can choose 2 of the, let me make sure that I got the sizes right. 2 of 28 by 18 1/8 inches. This is the brown. We have it in gray, and then there's the taupe. Brown, gray, taupe. You get 2 for $29.95. That's only $15 each. You can't get a bath mat for $29.95.
Right. I mean, even if you have 2 bathrooms in the house, or think about those side doors. For us, it's the entrance from the garage into the kitchen. Again, we have hardwood floors. You want to keep everything off there. Again, I poured some water here. You can see how it goes right through onto that paper. But I'll clear that out of the way. And I want to show you the same thing. Do we have paper underneath here? I think I do.
No paper. Maybe the other side.
We don't need to because of this mat, the thirsty mat. Again, it's going to take all that water down into the mat. It's not going to go through. So it really does make the perfect mat inside the house. That last line of defense when you're trying to keep all that water, that grime, that's on your feet from coming into the house.
If you've got a pool, you're gonna want this. I love how in that picture, in the video, they showed it right outside the cat's litter box, right? You don't want little wet, littery feet walking around. He's like, oh, gotta wipe my paws. But even just walking across it, it's so thirsty, it picks up the dirt and the water, and it doesn't transfer it down onto your floor. We have a bath mat, and I think my son maybe drip dries or something, I don't know, but it is soaked, and it goes all the way down under onto the tile, and then it gets, you know, it's stinky.
Gross, exactly.
This is to protect your floors, whatever your floors are made of. $34.95 for that big one as well. That one's going to be the one you want right by your sliding glass door. That's perfect for that.
Yes, nice.
Pete, thanks so much. You're staying around because we've got the Field Smith solar lights in just 1 second. Solar lights plus spotlights. We're going to do that, but I wanted to tell you about our Habitat for Humanity collaboration. So I love that it's here during at home because, of course, as you're getting your home ready, you're actually able to partner with Habitat for Humanity, and we've been partnering with them since 2011. You'll see some familiar faces there to empower women through affordable home ownership. And our team members, several of our hosts, there are 4 right there, volunteered thousands of hours over the years alongside Habitat Humanity owners to help them build a better future for their families. And this year, some of our hosts had the opportunity to join a special Habitat homeowner, Mary, during the construction of her own home. It was built entirely by women, so HSN Cares will donate $1 from every item during At Home during the month of May, and that's a great way to be able to take care of building somebody else's home while you're taking care of yours. Take a listen to Mary.
Having a home of my own is very exciting, and I was ready to make my next step, so I finally applied for Habitat. Now we're here, we're building. Definitely get a sense of pride of ownership. It's a forever home. It's somewhere that my children can grow up and play. This is my next step. This is providing our future. It's stability, it's home. I cannot show my appreciation enough. Thank you.
Well, you can search HSN Cares at hsn.com to learn more, or you can make a donation today. And remember, $1 from every purchase during our at-home hour will go toward Habitat for Humanity. That's a really great way to be able to donate without even having to step outside your comfort zone. We appreciate that. And we've got some great items for you to make your home look beautiful. If you've ever tried to consult with a landscape designer, they will tell you lighting is everything. It's magic. It will instantly transform the look of your home, adding curb appeal, but it also adds a lot of dollars. It's very expensive to wire lighting. This is not wired at all. It uses the power of the sun, so it turns on automatically when the sun goes down. Today you're getting an 8-pack of beautiful solar powered lights. They're even multicolored as well. You get to choose what they look like, and for the first time in this configuration, we're adding 2 uplight solar spotlights. So you can light up a column, you can light up a tree, you can light up that number on the front of your house, and that's solar operated as well, completely wireless. That's really important because that means that you can put them anywhere you want. You can stake them in the ground, you can put them on a table, you can actually hang them from shepherd's hooks as well. $109.95 for 8 pathway lights plus 2 spotlights. Absolutely incredible. They're only $21.99 to get home as well. And Pete Kilcullen stuck around. We'll show you the colors once the lights come back up. But I mean, this is a crazy deal.
This is our, I mean, I love saying this. We've been offering these solar lights for over 10 years. And what's amazing is that we now can say that we have a more complete set than we've ever had before. And the reason is that we're giving you, for the first time ever, this solar-powered pathway lights like we have here, and the solar-powered spotlights, which is amazing. So first time we've ever combined them. And then, listen to this.
Yes.
We have 7, there it is, with the remote control, 7 different color options. The most we've ever had. We have 4 different display options. So this is incredible. So now that's the set in front of us. Well, we have a few more of the colors out front, but you're getting a set of 8 plus those 2 spotlights that you see down there. It is an amazing complete set. So we can do exactly what you were talking about, where you can just use this set. And then, honestly, this could take you 30 minutes, and you're going to change the outside of your landscaping. You can lightscape it all on your own.
I like that phrase, lightscape it. This is my favorite before and after. I mean, I'm all for a good beauty before and after, but look at without. What a nice little, that's a sweet porch. With, it literally looks like they spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to wire and light and uplight. Look at those columns, how that home just came to life. One of the things that you'll find with the Field Smith lights is they look just as beautiful during the day as they do at night. Some lights, right? Some lights, especially solar lights, they can be a little unsightly during the day.
Right, when they're plastic, and then they get, the plastic gets, plastic all around, but then even that plastic lens gets clouded over. These, you're exactly right. I mean, imagine you're gonna be able to put something like this that's, very inexpensive, very simple to do, and you're gonna be able to put it out there. It's gonna change your landscaping during the day. Beautiful lights that you can match up with whatever kind of decor you have, the black or the bronze, which is our most popular, or the stainless, and then at night you're gonna get that amazing light. I want to show you this real quick as we're looking at the light. We see that glass lens, we see we've got the solar panel on top. So you can use it with the ground stake just like that. You put it in the ground in seconds and you're set to go. Or I can pull that post off there, and now I can place them on the steps, I can put them on a tabletop, I can put them virtually anywhere. So that's one of the second ways that we can display this. And how about this? You can display them from a hook, from a small fishing line, a small chain. Again, you can put them just about anywhere. If you want to hang them, that's a really neat look as well.
Like on a little string.
Yeah, on a string.
Gosh,
exactly.
That's great. And the fact they come with the remote, you can turn them on, turn them off, or leave them on and let them turn off when the sun comes up.
Exactly.
We talked about how beautiful they are during the day, and I want to show you all of the colors that we have available. If you want the red, we only have about 30 sets to go around. I almost said pair. You're really getting 10 lights today for $109. Unbelievable. So we have it in the black. We'll show you close up. This sort of set we have up here is the bronze. Red, very, very limited. This is the gold, which is
brand new.
Pretty.
We've never had the gold before. This season, it was the first time we've had that gold.
And then we have stainless steel, and there's the black again. So great colors, beautiful actual glass. So it gives a little bit of a shimmer, it gives a little bit of a light. And we haven't even shown all the colors.
I know. So we'll have our sun go down again, because remember, this happens automatically every single night. So when you put these out, I always suggest putting them out during the day, and then maybe that evening you'll go out while it's still light out, and then you are going to be so excited when you come back to your home and it's now not that dark home. You remember coming home and you're like, why is it so dark every night? And then you're going to come home and you're going to have these beautiful lights. But now imagine this. You can then decide if you want to have that color changing. So I'm using the remote control, and I can change those all to the color changing. This is what started it all 10 years ago, where it can slowly dissolve between all those different colors. And this season, because I know this is what's going to happen at your house, we're going to crank this up a little bit.
Kidding me right
we're going to go to the color flickering, where they're going to start slow changing colors, and then they start going. Look at that. Are you looking at that?
What? It's a party. That's like the party house right there. That's kind of like party land here, is what that's saying.
But what about color stop technology, where we can have the color that we want, leave it all on blue? Or let me see if I can do this. I'll put some down there on red, and let's see if I can get a couple.
Look
at that. Red, white, and blue. I did that. in seconds.
So at night, when people can't see the flags in your yard, they can see.
Exactly, you can do red, white, and blue.
Oh my gosh,
now remember, you can do every other one, red, white, blue, red, white, blue. It is so great what you're allowed to do with this. And then I want you to see this. We're gonna show you this from overhead, that we have that starburst design. Look at that. And you can see I'll go back to the white. We even have the warm white if you like that. And
so that's what like around it looks like a patio, or the table if you were to set it down on the table.
Well, actually, no, that was on the steak. Watch this. Now, if you use it as I was showing just tabletop, look at that. Now you can see that starburst. And this isn't like I've done anything really incredible or I'm great at decorating. Look what I've done.
No, because you're not.
Exactly.
Your wife is. Your wife is.
I put it right down on the ground, on the pool deck. What about on the steps leading up to your front door? There's so many different things that you can do with these lights. That's why this is the most complete set. But maybe the best thing is that you don't need to have any prior experience. You don't need to know anything about decorating or light design. This is so easy to do. You're gonna be able to do it. And that's, I think, is so great. And look at that, you're putting it together. It's gonna take you longer to get it out of the box than it is to get all these lights set up and put in the ground.
And you know, sometimes you think, oh, well, I'm gonna put these lights here. What if you had somebody install those? Like, they have to tear up your yard, they have to wire underneath, or some solar lights still have a string that's sort of attached to them, and then the solar is someplace else. This big, wide solar panel is right on top of each one of the lanterns. So they're each getting their own light. You can put honestly, for $109, I would get more than one set. You could go up your path, you could go across the front of your home, in your backyard. Why just save them for the front yard? I mean, you really want to be able to enjoy your back patio as well. You can put these around a pool or down a pathway. So durable. That's so important because you want to be able to put them outside no matter what the weather.
Here's the important things. You're thinking about this and you're trying to figure out if this is the lights that you should go with. Here's what you're getting with these lights. You're going to get lights that have long runtime. That's maybe the first thing. The two things people want to know, well, are they going to stay on a long time, and are they bright? We just showed you that starburst design. They're beautiful, bright lights. Then they're going to have 8 hours of runtime. If you wake up before the sun, well, guess what? Your solar lights are still going to be on. And then the third thing is, well, are they going to last? These are going to be weatherproof and waterproof. You can leave them out all year round. And they're not for a season. You know, remember in the past, you could buy solar lights now. You'd be throwing them in the trash by September. Not anymore. Year after year. These, we've gotten testimonials. I've had them 4, 5 years and more, and they still look amazing. They perform incredible every night, but then everything about them looks the same. That the stainless steel is going to look the same. And remember, it's stainless steel. No matter what color you decide on, they are going to last, and they're going to perform year after year. I can even show you real quickly that we have 3 individual super bright LED bulbs in there. You're not going to have to change those. We have a high capacity battery. That's what gives you that long run time. So an amazing set of lights. That's why they've been a customer pick for so many years.
And this is the set that includes the 2 spotlights that you can adjust however you want. Again, a big solar uplighting is huge. You really can. This is your chance to be able to do that. $109, you get 8 of the pathway lights and 2 of the uplighting solar spotlights there as well. $21.99 to get it home. You could choose bronze, gold, a few left in the red, stainless steel, or black, and get to decorating. So easy. Thanks so much, Pete.
Thanks.
Appreciate this. Getting our houses looking beautiful, whether you're a decorator or not. Now, this is coming up in just a little bit. We are going to get your flowers, your vegetables, your fruits looking and tasting beautiful. This is literally vitamins for your plants. You know, your mom always said, take your vitamins, you'll grow big and strong. The same goes for all of your plants, any of your greens, including your grass, your trees. Your vegetables will be bigger and better. Oh my goodness, your fruits will be juicier. I'm looking at these before and afters and I can hardly talk because these are real before and afters.
You're hungry.
Using Spray and Grow, I'm hungry, says Valerie. Thank you very much for calling me out. All right, you know what you could make with your Spray and Grow? You could grow tomatoes and make salsa. That would be amazing, perfect for Cinco de Mayo. So at Home 101, we are celebrating Cinco de Mayo in style with these fun DIY decorations. You can use recycled cans and succulents. What a great idea. You can make beautiful table decor pieces or use tissue paper to make your own fiesta flowers. flowers. And to learn more about creating your own Cinco de Mayo fiesta, visit HSN's Party of the Year board on Pinterest. That's what it'll look like. I know, look at that. Margarita and fiesta flowers. It's perfect.
Yeah,
all right, well, Valerie's here with our lantern. These are adorable.
Which is perfect segue from our At Home 101, because when you think about a party, you think of ambiance, right? You think of entertaining. You want to get this beautiful kind of lighted, gorgeous flickering light. That's what it's all about. Everybody loves the look of a lantern. So Fieldsmith has created a flickering flameless, okay, it's a lantern with an LED light flame. So it's not a real flame, it's not a real fire, although it looks like it. It's got this beautiful warm ambient glow. But this lantern is an indoor-outdoor lantern that you don't need any oils. You don't need any kerosene. It's no mess, and it just gives you that perfect glow any place that you put it, indoors or outdoors. So think about your outdoorscape, right? A lot of us go to those little boutique shops. We want to find those perfect little vintage things that has a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of charm, a little bit of yesteryear, but we don't want to deal with all the things that came with that, right? The mess, the oils, the kerosene. So Fieldsmith has created this beautiful lantern right here in front of me that's adjustable in light, and you can see it flickers. It looks just like a real flame. We've got 3 colors. I'm holding the one that's in the copper, which is so vintage and pretty. We also have it in black. That is really sharp. And then Rebecca Woods is joining me as our little DIY expert over here. And this one is the one we're calling turquoise.
Isn't it beautiful?
And it's almost like it's a soft blend of like a blue and a teal together.
It's a perfect combination. It's the perfect color blue to that pop of color. But you're right, this has got all of the charm, the ambience, the romance of a kerosene lamp that we love that look, but none of the mess. You don't have the danger of an open flame. You don't have the smell. You don't have the mess of the gas. And the best part is everything that kind of comes included. Look at what you get with this. First of all, that's an LED light inside. That is going to be wonderful because it's just going to sip the batteries that it takes to run this. And again, it creates that beautiful ambiance that you get with a classic kerosene lantern, but you don't have to deal with any of the inconvenience of it. And the dimming knob, that's what I wanted to show you. So you can have it all the way down, and you're gonna have, that's gonna be the romantic glow. The wick actually dances, creating a look like that flame is just dancing like a real light. I absolutely love it. But then when you do need light, say the lights go out, you need emergency lighting, you can go all the, look at how bright it gets.
Wow. That's unbelievable. It almost turned into a flashlight.
It does. It's that bright. So you get the best of both worlds, the romance of it, but then you also get it as a utility light when you absolutely need that. Do you see how bright it is? So then here, can I put this
Yeah, let's put them side by side so you can see the difference. Now watch, with just a little turn of the knob, I'm gonna turn that off, and then it's adjustable. You can increase, almost like increasing the flame. Look at it grow, look at it go bright, and then you can see it has this warm, soft glow. What's interesting on the copper, it has a little bit more of amber tones, and then on the blue, it's a little more of the cooler tones. It's almost like it reflects from the, you know, the style of this lantern.
Exactly, it's playing off whatever the colors that you have there. And underneath is, this right here is where you're gonna put the batteries in. I love it.
I'll give you a little extra light. There you go.
Right there. Thank you so much. It's, you just put the batteries right in there, and then because of its LED light that you have inside, it's just gonna sip it, so it's gonna last longer. And all of the different little intricacies that we've added. You have the 2 different hooks. So if you wanna hang this from a shepherd's hook, this is great for that. Has a little divot right up front, if you could see this here, so it will hang perfect. It won't slide from side to side. You don't have to try to get it perfectly. It's going to hang perfect, right, every single time.
So I'm holding it on the lower hook. You've got it on the full hook, and you can see they both look adorable. So it kind of depends. Are you stringing these outside, like in your, you know, your outdoor area, maybe underneath some trees, or if you have a pergola, you know, type of archway? But it really is such a gorgeous way, and you have your choice. You can choose. I would pick up several, put it on FlexPay, $12.48 to get home. Maybe mix and match the colors, because we do have all beautiful colors.
Because you're leaning towards the blue, and I really love that copper.
I love the copper too.
It's just that classic kerosene lantern look that I absolutely love. Really looks vintage. It has that romance, but none of the mess. There's no oil or, you know, running around.
Yeah,
there's no open flame. There's no smell. The smell.
There's nothing you have to worry about it being, you know, a safety hazard. It stands just about 9.5 inches high. You can put this tabletop, or you can hang it, and you've got 3 beautiful colors, all metal construction. We didn't have enough time, time, Rebecca.
I know.
But jump on the phone lines. Just kind of a little sprinkle in here of some really great home decor. Shannon's standing by. She's outside. And I think, who'd she grab? She grabbed Carrie Mobley. I think they're going to pick up some weeds.
Yeah, I grabbed my favorite weeder because this is my most hated job outside.
Everybody's hated, yes.
Oh my gosh. We've got pavers outside and getting all the little weeds up. This is the most ingenious tool, Carrie Mobley, that I've ever seen. So here's how it works. Literally, you just push it right into the middle of the weed. It grabs the weed at the root and pulls it out. Completely gone, not coming back. Say goodbye to all of those weeds. Did you notice they weren't down on their knees? They weren't breaking their back. They didn't get dirt stains on their knees. They're not touching those weeds. Some of those can be really sticky and really gooey and everything.
Not even just sticky and gooey, but they can have prickers all over them. And you might be allergic to something and not even realize it.
Sure.
So this weed zinger is ingenious, exactly like you said. The beautiful thing is this is not only going to save your knees, save your back, save your hips, but it's also going to save your hands. This is made from powder-coated steel, so it's going to be completely weatherproof. And I could talk about it all day. I just want to show you how it works.
Yeah.
So basically, exactly like you said, you're just going to press it down in the center of a weed. You give it a push in, a nice little twist, and when you pull it out, the beautiful thing is that you're going to get the entire weed all the way down to the root. And this is important because you want to make sure that it doesn't come back. But are you ready for the fun part?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
That wasn't fun enough.
We can shoot it into a bucket. That way I never have to touch it. So you can put it in a pile and clean it up another way. But again, it does small weeds, it does big weeds. We just have some weeds up here because not only do we not want it to make our lawn look kind of junky, but I don't want to have to bend down. I mean, I'm a gardener. This is what I do. When I'm first getting my garden set for the spring, I spend so much time down weeding that this was just perfect for me. I absolutely love it. My boys get involved with it. It's so much fun.
It's great. Well, you're holding the blue. We also have it available in the green and the pink, and this has been so popular. We've sold almost 5,000 just since we launched it this season. There you go. Pink, green, blue. If you're the one who's going to be doing it all, just whatever color makes you happy. It makes you happy to get rid of those weeds without any of the hassle. Huge customer pick, and this is new this season. No bending required to pull the weeds. It's all steel construction, and it's powder-coated steel, so if you leave it outside or it gets a little bit wet, you're fine. You don't have to worry about rust. It's ideal for removing weeds quickly, efficiently, effectively, and for good. And it has a unique trigger system, so it actually ejects the weeds up to 6 feet. You can actually sort of toss it in, right? Have a weed tossing contest, whatever it takes to get the kids out there. I love that. Look at that. That was a before with the weeds coming up everywhere. They're so unsightly. And what are your options? Getting down and weeding or spraying harmful chemicals all over the place? Waiting for them to die, you still have to go around and pick them up, right?
You so do, and this is why this is wonderful. And if we can get a nice tight shot, you can see here that he's just able to pull it right in and shoot it in there. And again, like you said, it's powder-coated steel, so you don't have to worry about whether it's going to rust or not. This is going to last for years and years. I want you to check out the very tip of this, and this will kind of give you an introduction onto how this works so well. This right here is all made of stainless steel, and you can see this claw action when I push down. So this not only is going to be getting that root all the way out, but this is actually aerating your soil as well. And we all know, those in the gardening business, we know that plants really need oxygen to work, you know, and to be healthy. So I love that it's doing plenty of things. And again, this is the way this animation works. You can pull them out by hand, but you can't get in there the way the weed zinger can. I love all the fun colors. I love that it's aerating it, and I'm just going to keep pulling out weeds.
And usually, even if you're down there and you're like, all right, I'm weeding today, right? You know what the next day is? You look out and you go, well, great, I got half of the weeds or almost all the weeds. And you know what I got? An aching back for days, hurt knees for days. This is the way to get them out without any of the back-breaking work and for good. Yes. So what you're showing us now, and sometimes the prop weeds are a little sticky,
true.
I know.
Let me come back here. I love to do this, and hopefully the crew out here can follow me, because the truth is it's not just big weeds like that. You can even see here we have a little weed. Again, all you have to do is press it right down in the center of it, give it a push, a twist, and when it comes out, hold on. Oh, this is all so super loose in here.
Here's a big one.
But here we go. We'll push down, give it a twist, and you can see, again, it's pulling out all of the root. Here, look at that root right there. You know what this means? This means it's not going to be coming back, and all I have to do is give it a little shoot, and we should be good to go. So we do have bigger ones over here, and I like to do, you know, a variety of them because depending on where you live in the United States, you're gonna have all different kind of weeds. Sure. But when we come back here, I like to point out there can be snakes back here, right? But you still have to weed.
I didn't think about that.
I'm telling you.
I just think about all the bugs.
I know, and I'm not afraid of snakes, but I know a lot of people don't care for them. So this is a great way to still get the job done. I know, right? You're getting ready to leave now.
That's putting it lightly.
But check this out. I mean, I love that I can get the entire weed out of here, root and all. I never had to put my hands down there. No. I never had to bend down and risk hurting my knees or my back or my hips. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. And I mean, and it's super close to becoming a customer pick. I know, and then I can shoot it.
Yeah, already a customer pick, actually. Blue, green, and pink. And this is the way you're aerating your lawn. You save your back. You weed once and for all because it gets all the way down to the root. When I weed, my problem is I'll yank on the weed and I get it half broken off, right? So it's just broken off at the tippy top. Well, it's growing back the next day. So here, if this is your problem, you got weeds in your yard, using the Weed Zinger will eliminate that $29.95. In fact, you can get it home on Flex for $14.98. We are limited in the amount that we have. We've sold close to 5,000 already because, let's face it, who wants to weed? That's why it was always a punishment, right? Yeah. I'll tell my kids, I have literally done this. I will give you $10 to just weed the back, and they go, no thanks.
No thank you, right? It's not worth it.
No, this way I think they'll be begging to. When we get a little close up, I want to see what you actually do. Like, what do you have to do on the top?
So, and thank you for pointing this out because, by the way, this is a really nice, comfortable handle as well. So you can spend all day doing this. Your hand is not going to be uncomfortable at all. So I'm just gonna push down real quick so you can kind of see what's gonna happen. And I can do this in the grass even, just as a demonstration, because all I'm doing here is aerating the soil. So as soon as I have it pulled up and retracted, I want you to look right here. We're gonna take this little trigger right here and give it a squeeze. And then you can see the weed was ejected.
Ejected it. Yep. So you could sort of shoot that toward a trash can, hold it over a trash can, or in the video, the woman does this little like, you can have fun with it, right? She goes like, woo!
Oh, I almost made it!
have weed contests, whatever it takes to get everybody out there and having fun. If you want to have contests, I'd buy more than one so that you can do them all simultaneously, right? Get everybody out there. Yeah, you made it. Blue, green, or pink for you today, and you can get it home for 2 Flex. This is how simple it is. He's not down on his hands and knees. You see a weed, you push this right into the center of it, and it is gone. No back-breaking work, no elbow grease. It's usually the hardest job in the garden. You get it weeded and it looks beautiful. It's not choking out any of your fruits and vegetables. Right. Which coming up, we actually have the perfect thing to give you the best fruits and vegetables you can possibly get. But this is the way to make your yard look better and also function better, and your grass is gonna look better.
It really is. I mean, and listen, if you live in a neighborhood and you spend a lot of time taking care of your grass, I think we all realize that gardening and having a nice lawn is very competitive. It is, but that doesn't mean that it's easy to do. I not only don't want to spend hours breaking my back, but there are a lot of weeds that I don't want to touch. They could have prickers on them. I could be allergic to them. What if it's poison oak? Oh, bugs, exactly. And now I can take care of these issues. And just because of the height, considering the terrain of your yard, this can also be used as a cane to give you some support, you know? So it's wonderful. Powder-coated steel. So it's never ever going to rust, even if you accidentally leave it outside. And it's just a lot of fun to use. It's ingenious and people are just loving it. What's your favorite color?
Well, I like all of them. I just think the pink is so sweet. I would absolutely love it. Isn't it? I'd pick whichever color I think my boys would use. So green or blue. We got to wrap this one up. If you're on the phone, I would stay there. Get these before they are all gone. You will absolutely love them. Nobody's ever used fun and weeding in the same sentence. We'll be right back.
Don't miss a thing with our HSN app, available on Apple and Android devices. Get $10 off your first in-app purchase with code WELCOME10. Opt in to push notifications for early access to exclusive app-only deals. Shop faster than ever with exclusive new product videos, only on the iPhone. Watch HSN Live anytime, any place. And the new shop and search features make finding your favorites easier than ever. Search app on hsn.com to download.
It's Project Central around here. With just a little imagination, some of this, a bit of that. The possibilities are endless. Whether you're just getting started or you know your way around a glue gun, we have the supplies and ideas to help get it done. Say YES to DIY at HSN.
We want you to have the juiciest fruits, the biggest vegetables, the most gorgeous, beautiful flowers. And the way to do that is with Spray and Grow. Of course, your mom always told you, take your vitamins, you'll grow big and strong. The same goes for all of your plants. Every plant in your yard, including your grass, will benefit from getting these incredible vitamins. Look at these with and without. And Spray and Grow has a bottom of the bottle guarantee. If you don't love whatever you're spraying this on, it doesn't work on dogs, by the way. There was a cute little dog there. But look at that. Without, with. The side-by-sides are absolutely astounding. We have 3 different sizes for you. We'll clarify which ones you need and how much it will cover. But if you already like Spray and Grow, I know you're going to get the big jumbo. We're almost out of that gallon size. So, right. Carrie, you're here. What is Spray and Grow exactly?
Great question. First of all, there is nothing like Spray and Grow. It is completely unique. It is not a fertilizer. So you really can't find it anywhere else except for right here on HSN or at the Spray and Grow website. The reason it's unique is because, exactly like you said, it's actually vitamins for your plants. 17 micronutrients. This is a concentrate, so it's going to last you a very, very long time. It's completely all natural. It's not toxic, so it can be sprayed all over everything, and you don't have to worry about whether or not it's going to make you sick or you have to call poison control.
You don't have to wash it off when you eat your vegetables and your fruits.
No, I mean, you should always wash your stuff just because of the outside, but definitely not because it's toxic. But then not only that, it's scientifically proven to work on anything that's green and grows. Here's the way it works. You take 2 teaspoons of Spray and Grow and you mix it in with warm water. You let it sit for about 15 minutes and then it'll start to change color. It'll get this nice amber tone. This means that the micronutrients are activated, and it's as simple as doing this. You spray it right on the plants.
On the leaves. You don't have to get down to the roots. Okay.
On the flowers. No, in fact, it's up to 10 times more effective than feeding through the root because it doesn't have to use all of its energy to pull up through that root structure. It actually works with something called foliar feeding. And foliar feeding has been around for decades and decades, and they actually use it on farmers. You know that crop dusting?
Yeah.
That's foliar feeding. That's why they've been doing it.
Okay.
And so as you can see here on this tomato plant, all of those micronutrients are getting right into the stomata, which are the little pores on any of your plants. And it's going to soak it in, and it's going to give you more, bigger, and better. And you know, it never expires. And so I'm telling you, you're going to use it about once every other week. I use it maybe a little bit more.
Every other week?
Every other week you're going to use it.
So only twice a month you're going to use
Only twice a month, and you only use 2 teaspoons. Remember, this is a concentrate, and it's totally guaranteed.
I love that.
All
the way to the bottom.
Exactly. If you use the whole thing in 10 years, and I promise you, we will still be around in 10 years.
Yeah.
If you use the entire bottle, and it's not everything we're saying it is, you can send it back for a full refund, but I'm promising you, you will not. Check this out. This, by the way, we have had thousands of people send in their pictures. When was the last time you were so impressed with a product?
You know, these are bigger and juicier and more bountiful. Like more fruit, more vegetables.
Bigger and better.
Yeah,
and anything that's green and grows, and think about it, a lot of you are just starting to get, you know, leaves and things, but you can spray it right on the sticks if nothing has come yet. It will store it in, and you will get these wonderful results. And so I'm just gonna flip through some of these pictures. Thousands of you guys have sent in your pictures because you were so impressed.
And proud of what you've done, whether you have a green thumb or a black thumb, like I've always had. This turns you into a master gardener. What even is that?
This is a basil plant.
You are kidding
This
me.
is by Caesar in Pennsylvania. He's a chef. Check out the size of one of the leaves of basil. Can you believe this?
Wow, he's got to start his own restaurant with that.
Oh, I think he does, yes, I literally do. And can I tell you something else? First of all, look at this, 14 inches on here. It actually intensifies the sugar content in your fruits and vegetables.
So they're sweeter.
So they're sweeter, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
All of these, a lot of these are just annuals, and one couple of sprays of spray and grow, and you are going to look like a master gardener. You're gonna have the house that people stop and say, holy cow, did you hire somebody to do this? Now, of course, you don't have to tell them, right?
Right.
Because again, like I said, look at the size of this sunflower.
It's bigger than her head.
It's bigger than her head. What Spray and Grow does is it brings a plant to its full potential. Organically, naturally, roses brings them to their full potential. If you grow roses, you know how difficult they can be. I promise you, Spray and Grow will make such a huge difference. This is a potted plant.
No.
Look at the way it's just dripping over. It's absolutely stunning. And this is from Lois and Ken in Wisconsin. My husband Ken grew the flowers using only Spray and Grow. The flower you see is only one plant. Many people ask him what his secret was. You don't have to tell them, but we will know that it's because of Spray and Grow. And again, it's super easy to use. All you do is fill up with some warm water, put a couple of teaspoons of Spray and Grow in, and let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then you just spray away.
And what she's showing is she's actually using the sprayer that we have. It's like a continuous sprayer. You can get that in the quart size or the gallon size. We might be able to pull that up for you in a second so that you can know. That's a great way to be able to distribute it. We also have 3 sizes available. So this is the 16 ounce, and a 16 ounce will make 48 quarts, which will cover 12,000 square feet total. So imagine how much you're going to be able to get from that. This is the 32 ounce. It will make 96 quarts. Each quart covers 250 square feet. And once you make it, you use it. So if you've got 250 square feet, you're just gonna make 1 quart. 24,000 square feet in total. And if you love Spray and Grow, or you are a big gardener, if you got a big yard.
Yeah, and remember, it's never going to expire, by the way.
Right.
So get it at that better price. Know that you can use it all and not like it, and you'll still get your money back. There's no risk. 384.
Oh my gosh.
384 times. So we're talking years worth. And once you use it, you're gonna say, I wish I had gotten that big gallon. And this is why it's selling out so quickly. Now, I am using the quart power sprayer here. And this is helpful if you don't want to be squeezing the trigger. And this is an additional buy that you can get. There is
like
actually
$19.95.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it if you don't want to be squeezing the trigger, or if you have a lot of space here. It does have a lock feature on it as well. But any spray bottle that you have at your house, by the way, you don't have to get a special Spray and Grow one. Just rinse it out really well, and then again, add that warm water and the 2 teaspoons, and then just start going. I'm gonna keep showing pictures.
Do it. Hey, can we overdo it? Like, is there any such thing as too much Spray and Grow?
No, and you can't damage your plants with it. You know, I kind of think about it with vitamins for humans, right? Your body will take in what it needs, right? It'll take what it needs, and it'll dispose of the rest. The plant will do the same, or it'll store it and use it when it needs it.
I love that.
I know, it's genius. It was developed by a scientist and a gardener, Bill Muskoff, wonderful gardener. He wanted to know what would make the difference. Fertilizer was not doing it. It was feeding it, but it's these micronutrients that are definitely making all of the difference. And check this out. Anything that's green and grows, flowers. I love this when people do this. I don't blame people for being skeptical because we're promising a lot. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll buy 2 plants, they'll treat one with Spray and Grow and the other without, just to see. Look at the difference.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the difference. This is the Spray and Grow difference. If you're gonna spend the money on a plant, why not bring it to its full potential? And the pictures, they go on and on because people are just, Blueberries. How wonderful is it to grow your own fruit?
Oh my gosh, look at that, and they're big and juicy, and a higher sugar content, like you said, sweeter, because you're treating the fruit or the flowers. This is unbelievable.
Doesn't this look like a bed and breakfast?
It does. If you've got hanging plants, you'll really want that spray as well, because with the spray container, because you're going to want that continuous spray.
This is one vine. Just one. This is how many she got on this.
Wow.
And again, this is from Virgil
More, bigger, better.
and Rose. There are 17 tomatoes on this one cluster using Spray and Grow. You know, I don't know if anybody realizes this, but I mean, look at this, it's gorgeous.
It's almost like they're saying thank you.
I know.
Thank you for giving me my vitamins.
It's so true. Real quick, when you buy tomatoes from the grocery store, they actually pick them when they're green, and they use gases to ripen them in the truck on the way to the grocery store. That's why they're lacking flavor. Yeah. But with Spray and Grow, you can get that homegrown taste, that nice sugar content, and you can get it bigger and better than they have at the supermarket. And again, I mean, there's just picture after picture. Again, thousands of them. How about orchids? This is from Harry in Texas. This orchid has more than 21 blooms. It is simply amazing for an orchid to have that many blooms. And it was grown with Spray and Grow.
Wow.
Just gorgeous.
Now, if you use fertilizer, you aren't going to get the same kind of results.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Fertilizer is completely different. There is nothing like Spray and Grow. It's it. We are the only company that has these micronutrients. Okay, neighbors. Neighbors with the little friendly contest.
So same soil. That's a great contest.
Absolutely. They have the same seed pack. They did everything the same, except this guy used Spray and Grow.
It's like 4 times as big.
It's unbelievable. And it's not just bigger, it's tastier.
Right.
They're juicier. They're more delicious. And look at this crop she got. Is this not wonderful?
That's just like the look of bounty there.
That's so true. I mean, she could start a farmer's market with what she grew in her own house. And this is all because of Spray and Grow, all these varieties. Look at how beautiful this is. We talked earlier about gardening being very competitive, right?
Yes.
And you want to have that house where when people walk by, they stop and they say, wow, what is she doing, or what is he doing that I'm not?
Yard of the month. That's what we're all going for, right?
We've got it right here with Spray and Grow. You want to get the big one if you can, you know, afford it. It's never going to go bad. You will get your money's worth out of it. Look at all of these tomatoes. It's wonderful on tomatoes. It's wonderful on herbs. It's wonderful on everything, even my grass. Even my grass. So think about it, right? So basically, when you use your Spray and Grow, like on all your plants, like I grow fruit trees. That's what I love to do. I have almost a dozen fruit trees. What I started noticing was the area of grass underneath my fruit trees was lusher, it was richer, it was deeper in color, and I was like, ding, 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 of course, that's what it is. It's the Spray and Grow.
Right.
So once you make one of these, right, once you put your warm water in there and the 2 teaspoons of the concentrate, you do have to use it within about an hour, right? So once you've done all of your plants, I'd go and spray your grass. Just spray your grass, especially those areas that don't do super well. We all have those areas. This will make the difference for you. It's foolproof.
I love it. Anything that's green and grows, your house plants, your trees, your grass, your flowers, your fruits, your vegetables. You know, berries are on, I mean, we talk about sugar content, but if you can't have lots of sugars, berries are actually the best way to go because they're so sweet. When they're done right, when you grow them, and you let them ripen, they're so incredibly sweet and juicy. You'll get bigger, better, more.
This is
blueberries,
the time.
Strawberries, blackberries, whatever it is.
Delicious,
I mean, I'm making myself hungry just thinking about it. And of course, the veggies too, right?
Oh yeah, those too, yeah.
I mean, but imagine having your own cilantro, your own tomatoes, your own onions, bigger and better to be able to make salsa for tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. Get your Spray and Grow home, bigger, better, and a 100% guarantee all the way to the bottom of the bottle. And speaking of bottles, you can put this in any sort of spray container that you have, just a regular spray container, but I highly recommend that you get the consistent, constant spray. That's the quart. is the 32 ounce continuous pistol. That one's $19.95. We also have the gallon available. So if you're gonna do your entire yard, maybe front and back, you've got a big garden, you're gonna wanna get the gallon as well. We don't always have these in stock, but that's gonna last and last. And then that just saves you from having to do the little squirt trigger, right? It just saves your finger and you get everything all taken care of every other week, one time. That's for bigger, better, really better, and more voluminous treats. There you go. There's your choice, orange or green, $9.98. So add that into your order. Also, if you missed it, you want to look back and see Carrie weeding our yard out here at HSN. This is a huge customer pick because it makes weeding, dare I say it, fun. It is. It's never been fun before, but the Weed Zinger really does make it so. It's a stand-up weeding tool, makes it so easy to do, and it gets them out at the root. So you're only weeding once. Okay, so you use your spray and grow twice a month. You're gonna weed once, and those weeds are going to be gone. All right, hey, guess what? Thanks for that, Carrie. We appreciate you and your expert gardening advice. All right, if you want to get free shipping, you're gonna shop Earthwise. We've got free shipping on all Earthwise tools. Search Earthwise at hsn.com, and don't go there yet because we wanna show you this amazing saw. Now, if you have thought, maybe I need a hand saw or maybe I need a pole saw, I want both, but you're gonna get both in one for $109 today. This is what, I showed my husband this, and he was like, yeah, that's the one that I want, because you never know which one you're gonna want. This is so incredibly effective. It's electric, it extends up to 9 feet, and look at the big branches that Pete is cutting, partially using the weight of that powerful saw, because of the blade, but also using, you didn't have to you weren't struggling. Literally the saw cut through it like butter.
Exactly.
Pete Kilcullen back with us right now. Hey, Pete.
Exactly, how are you?
Good.
You're right, I was using it as now I've tightened it too much and
hey, we got another one. You want me to give you this one?
No, it's fine.
All right.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I wanna show you so you got to see it as that pole saw. I mean, I think it's so nice that you don't have to make that decision. Well, do I want a handheld chainsaw or do I want that pole saw? But here we have both. So now you saw me using it as the pole saw. Now, I want to show you how quick and easy we can change from one to the other. So
you don't need a
I'm gonna
screwdriver or something?
We don't need any tools. We don't need anything. And really, once you know how to do this, I mean, I'm going to go slow doing it. So I've removed the pole, but it's going to take about 10 seconds. And then all I do with that snap and lock technology is I push that together like that, lock that up on top, and you are set to go. So now I've gone from cutting all those limbs up above. I'll move around over here, and now I'm using it as that handheld chainsaw.
Look at that.
I mean, it really is nice. And look at the smooth, fast cuts that we can make with this. I mean, that's pretty nice. So those trees that are encroaching on the front door or near the cars and the windows, all those things, you can do it now. And there you can see it converts from that pole saw. The pole saw extends up to 9 feet. And then you have the 3 different positions where you can use that articulating blade that's on there. And then also, you never have to deal with starting it. Where, you go, if you haven't, well, if I talk about starting, the other thing is that most of us would never even have to worry about starting a chainsaw because we'd immediately avoid that gas-powered, kind of intimidating chainsaw. This is nothing like that. You saw me using that, even as the handheld chainsaw position. It's just so easy. It's very lightweight. You're not fighting with it. It's not scary. It's not intimidating. So it really is for everyone out there who has never used a chainsaw or a pole saw. So take a look at this. First thing is that we have a 10-inch bar and chain. So what does that mean? Well, that's the length right there. So there's the bar and then your chain around there. That's gonna spin, that's gonna cut the wood. That's gonna do it for you. And that is an Oregon bar and chain, which is industry standard. So again, you know that you're getting the best right there. We have no tools needed on that chain tensioning system. So after you cut, the chain can loosen up a little bit so you can adjust that tension right there. You don't even need a tool to do that. And the other thing is that all we need to do is add bar and chain oil right there. And you can see there's a little window on that reservoir so you can see that there's oil in there. If oil's in there, you're ready to go because it's going to automatically oil that bar and chain and you're set to go. I'm gonna flip it around because, here's something else that's important. Safety. So right here, I've got that trigger. If I pull that trigger, nothing happens. So I have to activate the safety switch, then the trigger to get that to start up. And anytime I let go, at any time, it completely stops. And even if I go back to that trigger a second time, it won't start up. But on this one, what we've also done, this is really cool, that we wanted to make sure that if you were gonna leave this alone for a certain amount of time, which is our knuckle guard right here, all I have to do with that, if I push that all the way out now on that, so that's a chain break, it'll completely eliminate. So even if I go to safety, switch, and trigger, nothing happens.
So nobody could come and, I mean, that's like a triple safety feature right there.
Exactly.
And of course, it also serves to protect your knuckles as well when you're going.
It's fantastic.
This is one, and the fact that it's electric, I know that sometimes if you've ever used a chainsaw before, you say, well, no, electric is not as powerful. And you know how I know that? Because that's exactly what my husband said when I asked him if he wanted this one. And he said, well, no, electric isn't as powerful as gas. And then I showed him the demos. And then I showed him you cutting a full tree branch, and he went, I want this one.
Your husband remembers when that may have been true, right? Years and years ago, the technology wasn't there. But now, I mean, look at what you're going to be able to do with this.
It's impressive. It really is.
If you're not starting a tree removal business, this is going to be 100% fine for all those jobs around the house. Remember, with a 10-inch bar and chain, you could easily be dealing with 7, 8 inches, 9 inches in diameter. That is a huge limb when you start talking about what an 8-inch in diameter branch will look like. You know, that one is only about 3 inches.
If your branches are bigger than that, just hire a tree service.
Call the professional.
Right?
It's not bad advice.
Yeah, but when you talked about hiring a tree service, you know, after the hurricane, there were lots of downed branches everywhere.
Right.
We called a tree service. It's thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. I had no idea. So yeah, maybe I will be starting a tree service in all the future because it's very profitable. But now you don't need anybody to help you out. And no standing on that rickety ladder in order to use a chainsaw. Those two things should never go together. Ladder plus chainsaw, no way. I don't care who you are or what type of chainsaw it is, don't combine the two. With this, because you can extend it 9 feet, you're standing solidly on the ground. The chainsaw, because you can articulate it, can rest right on the branch and saw right through it.
Exactly. It just means that you get that perfect angle. So you're not standing directly underneath the branch. You can see what you're doing much better. It just makes it easier, because I know that everyone out there, all of you who've never used a chainsaw are going to be able to handle this. So all you have to think about is when you hire that tree service to come out and how much money it costs you. And then when you think about, you know, for me, we have a lot of large oak trees around the house. So it makes it really difficult because some of them are 20 feet in the air. I can't cut those, so I have to have the tree service come. But they used to have to come every year because those branches that hang really low were the ones that really, you know, cause the most damage, that look, you know, the unkept. But with this, if I see how many branches are 7, 8, 9, 10 feet in the air, I can grab all of those. So the tree service only comes, you know, every 2 years instead of every year. So again, watch how I'm able to, so I have that in that first position there, and I can reach up overhead. Now, I don't even have it fully extended. I want you to see it there. Now, if I want to fully extend this, I'm loosening that collar all the way out now to the very end. So now you can see, even as I stand this on the ground, how tall it is. But I'm still able to handle that and reach those branches. And once you reach the branch, you're just laying it over that branch, and basically the weight of that saw works it right through. You can make cut after cut. I'm going to move over to this one, Shannon. I mean, that's a much smaller branch. I mean, look how quick. It just makes it so simple. Because basically, a lot of the work you're doing, especially this time of year, we've just come out of winter, so maybe there's a lot of dead and down branches, things like that. You're going to be able to take care of this with that very easily. And
it only weighs 12 pounds. So really it's nice and lightweight. Even when you're lifting it up overhead, you can do it. You don't have to wait for the tree service. You don't have to wait for a husband or a neighbor boy or a son. You can do this. And if there's a guy, I'm not trying to be sexist, I'm saying you can do it. Like, I can use this. I would never get out a gas chainsaw. It would just freak me out. It'd scare me, to be honest. This one isn't scary. It's easy to use. It's nice and lightweight, and yet really powerful. powerful. $109.95, and you're gonna use this for years to come. It's $27.49 for you to get it home, and we'll ship it to you for free. So if you are a skeptic, if you're one of those people who says, yeah, but gas is gonna be better, for one thing, it's stinkier, it's heavier.
It's a hassle, right?
It's a hassle,
I mean,
absolutely.
The
starting a chainsaw is only like in horror movies to me. That's right. To me,
well, and then just the whole noise of it. Remember, when you start that motor, even when the chain's not moving, it's still making that noise. Here, I can turn it on. If I let go at any point, everything stops. And again, I have that safety feature where I can't go back to it right away. With so many of these Earthwise items, they really have exactly the amount of power. It can do everything you want it to do at home. All you're doing is adding your extension cord. So you can see I went from the pole saw to the handheld saw. Maybe you want to cut some firewood. Same thing. I want you to see this because we can see it up close, that I'm not fighting with the saw, how smooth it is, how it easily, look at that, there's barely any movement. I'm just able to let it work itself right through there. I mean, that's the thing that you're gonna love. It's not difficult. There's nothing you have to do. I mean, you can see that I'm not holding onto it tight. It's not shaking. You can go cut after cut. It's very smooth. Now, here's the other thing. If you're nervous about using this as a handheld chainsaw, and you don't want to get so close to it, remember, you can use the pole, even in this situation, and now you're further away from the chain, so it makes it comfortable that way as well. So whether you're cutting overhead, or if you had a limb like this that's down on the ground, use it with the pole extended.
Could we use this? I was looking at my front yard after I saw this, and I was thinking, could I use this on, like, I've got some sort of ground cover, and then I have some bigger bushes past. Could I use the pole saw to sort of cut like a little bit further away, like some of those bigger bushes like that?
Yeah, if they're thicker. It wouldn't actually replace that hedge trimmer on the very thin things. You don't want to cut that really thin. But yes, of course, especially if there are plants that you want to remove.
Bougainvillea with like a little bit thicker.
You could do that.
I could. Okay, see that? I mean, it's, so, but if it's something further away like that, you don't have to stomp through.
There you can see some of the images we're seeing here that, again, they are using this for those, like, there you go. So there's like a little bit smaller. But there, you have an option there. She can reach that, but you can use the pole version, or you can use the handheld. It's options. 2-in-1. You don't have to decide which one to purchase. And honestly, the value today is just about what you might, you might have to pay for just a pole saw.
Right, and now you're getting the pole saw and the hand chainsaw in one, so you don't have to choose. Thanks so much, Pete.
Thank you. It's great.
Great deal. Yeah, this is so cool. All right, I want one of these. All right, if you want to protect any of your electronic items, we always recommend that you search Protection Plus. We want you to shop smart, protect everything. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com. It just extends the life of everything. All right, now coming up on At Home on May 8th, we'll have pet solutions for you. May 9th, coming up, Power Lift Recliner Today special. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love that. And then May 11th is Lawn and Garden for you. Again, we're getting our lawns and gardens all perfect and beautiful for you. Thanks so much for joining me. I will be back on Monday with HSN Today starting at 7 o'clock Eastern. And I can't even remember what we've got. It's gonna be really good. Have a great Cinco de Mayo and a great weekend. See you then.